What's going on, folks? Bill Murphy here from the Sports Insanity Network, and welcome to another exciting edition of Murphy's View. Well, another NFL season is upon us, and part of the Blitzers program here on SIN is that we all get assigned a team for the season, and mine is, drumroll please, Hooday! The Cincinnati Bengals. After coming off a 12-4 season last year, and making it to the AFC Championship when they lost to the eventual defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. The Cincinnati Bengals are ready to start a new season against their crosstown Ohio rivals, the Cleveland Browns, this Sunday at 1 o'clock in Cleveland. And last year, they played each other twice. The first time was on Halloween in Cleveland, which was a pretty scary game for the Bengals. Thank you. I'll be here all week. In which the Cleveland Browns beat the Cincinnati Bengals 32-13. Joe Burrow threw 25 completions for 35 attempts, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. T. Higgins threw 3 receptions for 49 yards and 1 touchdown. Tyler Boyd threw 3 receptions, 38 yards, and 1 touchdown. While in Cleveland, Jacoby Brissett threw 17 completions for 22 attempts, 278 yards, 12.6 average, 1 touchdown, and 2 sacks. While Nick Chubb threw 23 carries, 101 yards, 4.4 average, and 2 touchdowns. And Jacoby Brissett had a rushing touchdown with 6 carries, 12 yards, and 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper in receiving had 5 receptions, 131 yards, 26.2 average, and 1 touchdown. And the second time they met up was on December 11th, in which this time in Cincinnati, the Bengals had the last laugh, in which they beat Cleveland by a score of 23-10. And for the Bengals, Joe Burrow, 18 completions out of 33 yards, 233 attempts, 239 yards, 7.2 average, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And in Russian, Samaji Perine, 4 carries, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. And for Jamar Chase, 10 reception, 119 yards, 11.9 average, and 1 touchdown. And Trenton Irwin, 2 receptions, 58 yards, 29 average, and 1 touchdown. Flipping the ball over to Cleveland, Deshaun Watson, 26 carries out of 42 attempts. No, 26 completions out of 42 attempts. 276 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, was sacked twice. And the touchdown from David Njoku, I think that's how you pronounce it. 7 receptions, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, looking forward to this Sunday, I think the Bengals have a few X factors. One is, of course, their quarterback, Joe Burrow, who just yesterday signed a 5-year extension with $275 million, which includes a $219.1 million guaranteed, and makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. And now I think he is going to be a huge factor. Last year, 414 completions out of 606 attempts, 4,475 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and rushing 75 attempts, 257 yards, 23 long, and 5 touchdowns. Factor, the main X factor for the Cincinnati Bengals. While for the Cleveland Browns, I just said it, I think the defensive line is going to be a huge, huge factor. I think they're going to have to be the ones who are going to have to pressure Joe Burrow. And the 3 that are going to need to be looked on are Ogbu Okoronkwo for 32 solo tackles, 12 assists, and 5 sacks. The other ones are Zadarius Smith, who last year tallied 10 sacks, 15 tackles for lost yardage, and 5 broken up passes. And also Myles Garrett, of course, with 37 solo tackles, 16 sacks. So I think that defensive line is going to be a huge, huge X factor for Cleveland, and it's going to give Joe Burrow a really hard time. So I think in that factor, he's going to have to just get rid of the ball quick, and his offensive line is going to have to try to protect him from that fierce Cleveland defensive line. Okay, my final prediction for this game. I think it's going to be Cincinnati 27 and Cleveland 20. If you want to see more of this great content, and why wouldn't you? Because this is amazing. Go to www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com. Check out our blogs, vlogs, podcasts, which are available on all platforms. Check us out on Twitter. X at @SInsanityReal. And don't forget to check us out here on YouTube, where we have all our vlogs here. And check us out on Facebook at the Sports Insanity Network. So for everyone here at the Sports Insanity Network, I'm Bill Murphy. Thank you for watching Murphy's View. Stay safe and take care. And hooday!